And as it flows, I am letting go. Time of refreshing, come before you singing. In your presence, oh Lord, I'm in a trap. Your presence, and I don't want just for me to run. Your presence, even just a small moment. Your presence, I know you'll let me down. Your presence, I can live without presence. Yes, I feel overwhelmed. Your presence, as your spirit feeding
What's
me.
going on? What's going on? What's going on, everyone's? We are here live. We're here live again. Twice in one night. He's not a machine, he's a man. He's not a man, he's a machine. Hold up. I see Caps is already in the comments. Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm sending this out to a couple friends. And I have no idea what that is. Somebody just messaged me. And let's see if we can get down in here. And then we're going to send this to the horn players. And Corey. And Fisher. There we go. And, oh, yeah, we got to send this to Phil. See if we can get Phil up in here. So I'm trying to get all the musicians that played on this. What's up, Caps? Okay. So we have everything except for the lead trumpet and the lead saxophone. Everything else is in here. It is very exciting times. Very exciting times indeed and dudamus. Share to a, yeah, okay. Share here. Okay. Looks like it's playing everywhere. We're live everywhere. Says unavailable. That's weird. Yo, Downey's here. Downey, you're going to love this. Trying to get Phil in because Phil, we just cut guitars. I cut a little video and I forgot to share it because that's how busy I am. Maybe try going straight to my channel. Also on Facebook too. Okay, so we're trying to get Phil in. I just sent this out to everybody that has played on this recording so far. So we have trumpet 2, trombone, live drums, compliments of brother Chris Downey, live guitar, everything. It's all the way live. I mean, it is just all the way live. So we don't need that. And yeah, we'll leave that up there for now. Because since we don't have trumpet 1 in here. All right, so let's get these horns kind of start getting mixed. So these are the live. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You guys can't see that yet. Now, hopefully you can. Let me just pull up my little Schmegaderberg. There it is. Okay, yeah. Now you guys should be able to see it. I thought I hit it earlier. On a crack-a-doo. Yeah, there's Phil. Y'all give it up for Phil Hall. Phil Hall is in the comments. Let's give him one we don't. Here we go.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. And there we go. That's a good one. That's one we don't use very often. Don't use very often at all. Okay, so let's get a little bit of the reverb, of the reverberation on the horns, you see. So we have the UAD plugins, and let's go to reverb. Let's go to, let's see. So those are, yeah, let's use Dreamverb just so we don't tax the CPU. And even though the CPUs ain't hardly doing much at this point. So let's, Yo, Cam. I'll give you another one for Cam. And this one's for Cam. As for you, nephew. All right, let's try that with the full horns. All right, so now, all right, that's let me see there. That's pretty good. Okay. We're going to color code this. Actually, we're going to stick all these bad boys into a folder so we can quickly access them and also hide them. What's a good color for horns, guys? Give me a good color for that the horns should be. Horns. Oh, let's call this live horns or horns live. Horns live. And hopefully afterwards we'll be able to put... Oh no! I'm gonna put the regular horns, the fake horns in there, so we won't discriminate just yet. Okay, so that is. Let me make sure that's in. Yeah, everybody's going to that thing. Horns for the charts. Oh, that should be muted because that's what I used to. When I made the notation, gold. Okay, everybody says gold. You guys are. So one color, so colorist. You're so colorist. I don't know if I have an actual gold. That might be the closest thing to. Yeah, that's gold. That's pretty close to it. I'm gonna have to change this string color because I don't. Let's make that a little bit more brown, like an actual string. There we go. I don't like making them brown, but okay. Oh, and we're not panned at all. Okay, so Phil, if you were Phil and Chris, actually, y'all just kind of give me your, unless it's Gabe Saxon, then it's got to be red. That's right. That is,
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I must. Okay. Where would you guys put the horns? So I'm thinking if I'm looking at the stage, if I'm mixing, and I kind of mix a hybrid between stage perspective and audience perspective, I mix everything like if I was on the front row except for the drums. I have to mix the drums like I'm behind it. I can't stand for the hi-hat to be on the right side. Can't stand it. I can't do it. No drinks. I'm thinking about putting the horns on the right. Or maybe the trumpets on the right, or Phil, how would you do it? Would you put the trumpets on the right and then the saxophones or like trumpets and alto sax over here on the right side, and then trombones and tenor sax on the left? Maybe, you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get your guitars panned first. Let's do that first because that's more... Let's start with the... Let's start with the... Oh, that's so good. Y'all tell me if that volume's okay in there. All right, let's see. You guys are talking. I'm trying to get my volume right over here because the track's a little low. I have to bring the overall of the. Yeah, so I'm wondering maybe I do an aux out and I could do a stereo image with that, but you kind of it's really good to have. You know what? Actually, let's do a quick little experiment. Let's go and pull up a Ron Canoli album. Let's pull up a Ron Canoli and see where they have their horns, because that's a good barometer. That is a great barometer. We can't do Tower of Power because that's a horn-focused recording, and these are not the focus of the recording. their strong accent. Let's see. Let's do Call 'Em Up. Okay, so the trumpets were over here on the right side. Okay, so let's go to really weird. So they have the trumpets and a trombone, maybe over 45 of the right, but then there's one or two horns that are over here on the left. That's weird. So yeah, Caps, I think Caps, you nailed it. You're saying Oh, Downey was saying you put them all to the right. Hey, Miss Londa. What's up, Miss Londa? What's up, Brother Will? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Aux out to parallel. Yeah, that's like I could go like I could put the effects out of that group channel, and I could send that out so we still get a little bit over here. But we still don't have the trumpet one. But let's get these guitars dialed in here. So we got Phil Hall, the man that actually played these guitars. So sometimes I have Phil on my left, sometimes I have Phil on my right. He's left-handed, so if his guitar is playing to the left, I almost want him on my left side. So I'm thinking, let's see where we have the clav. If the clav is, yeah, organ's on the right side, clav's on the left. So I might move the clav to the right and bring him over to the left a little bit. So I'm going to put one of yours, like your lighter one. Yeah, I'm going to put this light one, the kind of bright Princey one over here, just a little bit, and then we'll take this just a little bit off left. Okay, so that's dope. That's dope-alicious. And let's just select all of your guitars, and we're just gonna put them all together in a group. And this is guitars. Yep, you're right, brother. That's that Neve. It's that body. It's that warmth. It's that goodness. Oh, hold up. It didn't make it a stereo. I said a stereo group. Add these tracks to... Ah, that's why. It's supposed to be stereo. It asked me. It asked every time. Because I want it to ask me every time. So now let's... There we go. Let's take that one even push it over a little bit. So let's take the clav. You hear how buried that is? So we're going to have the organ further right. You know what? Let's send this to Rudy Landa. Get Rudy Landa in here. All right. Let's see. Thanks for stopping in, Will. I love you, brother. Can't wait to worship with you here soon in a couple months. All right. Just want some light compression on this. Let's see. Where's the, yeah, let's put Fairchild. Oh, yeah. I like it. What's my favorite song? All right, so now I got it. Let's get that. Get it. No, that's UAD. That's from the that's a legit UAD, and that's not the UAD native. That's the UAD powered from the card. So yeah, it's a legit UAD card or a UAD plug. Hey, Miss Karen. That's the funny thing, man. When you get that stuff sit in the mix, right? Okay, I dig it. I dig it. Now see whether this horn's sitting here. Okay, we got a little. Huh. Oh, was it me that was out of tune? It was me. Sharp, and I could tell it was. Yeah, I thought it was the trombone. It was me, and I still got to add. Tenor sax to this. We need tenor sax, and we need trumpet 1. So let's see. Okay, so the alto sax is way too loud because there's no way on planet Earth that an alto sax would be that loud compared to a trombone or a trumpet. There we go. That's funny, Phil. That's what happens when you have a red horn. It plays sharp because the color affects the intonation. That's That's funny. You have every color except for red. All right, let's get that. Let's get Phil's other guitar dialed in here. Let's see right here. Phil, what color you want your? Let's see. I think. Well, shoot, I already got that lime green over there. So your funk guitar. Let's go with Prince. It needs to be a nice shade of purple. So purple Phil, purple Prince, boom boom doo 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 doo. That's it. Yeah, purple's a good color, and then we'll go lighter purple for the bridge, and then the lead. We'll go kind of fuchsia. I think that's fuchsia. Whatever color that is. Oh, that is just. Oh, Chris Downey, is that not? That is some gumbo right there. You need to put that on a cracker, dude. Let me tell you, that. Oh, you have the funk guitar, you have the talk box, you have the horns. I gotta turn this up in my ears. A little bit of a squawk there. So we actually want to change. Let's see if we can connect that. I'm gonna do a little bit of a surgery here because that should be connected. Dude, this sounds so good. Even this, I cut a garbage. I mean, this was just like, you know, I was like, let me just have some fun. This is just like me having fun, and that sounds. And as Phil said, I better make this red so it'll be sharp. Let's make it red so it's nice and sharp. But that sounds. I mean, like that's not even real. That's not anything that I wanted to keep dialed in. He's got some lead stuff going on up here. So this is, man, praise the Lord. I cannot wait to get this out. I cannot wait to get this out. is some good stuff. Yeah, and that Waka Chicka, man. That Waka Chicka is just what. The floor tom of destiny. Yeah, between your floor toms and this 808 bomb that I have in there, which, man, you should have heard this in Phil's studio. Phil's got a nice little, is it a 10-inch or 12-inch sub in there, Phil? He's got a nice sub in there, and it was just, that's good old. Oh, don't tempt me to MJ kick. I will MJ kick up in here with my chancletas on. So guys, what I'm gonna do is when I release this, I'm gonna put the track on Loop Community, so you guys can get it and encourage your praise teams. Like, yo, let's do this Sunday. Especially you, Chris, because you're like, yo, I played on this. Let's do this. Like, if they don't want to do it in service, like, it's old school. Can we do it for like pre-service? Can we do it post-service? Just to get this song, I'm telling you, man, it's straight scripture. Come into this house, magnify the Lord, lift up holy hands, our hearts in one accord, because he's worthy of all our praise. He's worthy of honor and glory, worthy of power and praise, worthy of worship and bow down before him. Exalt his name today. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Come into this house. Worthy, he's worthy. I'm about to shout up in here. Let me tell you, hold up. I'm trying to find this Waka Chicka. Let's get yeah, sub 10, yeah. Adams, yeah, that's just it's a great setup. Okay, we actually found some mud in here, guys. We found a little bit of mud. First of all, we need to get another thing. We need another folder because I love arranging things and giving. It's got to be organized. It's got to be organized. We're going to call this Loops Drum Perk. Okay. And let's just make it, just pink. I like pink for percussion. Yeah, it makes sense. Pink for percussion. Okay, so there's, I think. I'm actually gonna cut a little bit. No, I want you to be parametric. There it is. There we go. Now we got some clarity. So here's the dude, this is the funny thing. So I have two organs going here. Don't ask me why I did a second one, because it's doing almost the same thing, but this sounds so much better. Yeah. We're the Barbies of the world. Yo, hold up. I have to, hold up. I have to send, hold up. I have to find this thing and figure out how to send it to myself, because this was, y'all. So somebody, it was Brandon Cloud. Brandon Cloud sent me this thing. It's not every praise. It's we lift our hands in the sanctuary. We lift our hands in the sanctuary, Barbie world. Oh. Okay, hold up. I'm going to have to, one moment, please. I have to go into my I have to go into the back room really quick because I have to play this. So this dude discovered on Instagram that We Lift Our Hands in the Sanctuary by Kurt Carr is the same thing as Barbie Girl. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all are not ready for this. Yeah.
Okay, so this person's
Hold up. Let me find out a way how do I open this in?
okay, so
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure that this is going on all the screens. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me turn this volume down because it's ridiculously loud. Here we go.
okay, so this person said, I'm a Barbie girl,
Y'all ain't even ready for
and
this.
we lift our hands in the sanctuary got the same chords.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, what did Kurt Carr say at the beginning of this song? Oh God. Once again,
Y'all
we
ain't
come
ready
to
for
you
this.
with expectancy in our
Yes.
hearts. Because we know
gonna be
you're
worth
gonna
it, though.
bless us. So we lift our hands in the sanctuary. We love a long intro. To give you all the glory, honor, and praise. We lift our hands in the sanctuary. We lift our hands to give you the glory. We lift our hands to give you the praise. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes. Wait a minute here now. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, this is unhinged right here. What am I supposed to do? Oh. Hiya, Barbie. It's Ken. You want to go for a spin? Yeah? Well, jump in. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie.
Okay,
let's
the
go
chords are the
party.
same, but those lyrics are chaotic. That needs.
Tell me that is not the best thing you've seen all day. See, this is why you come over here to hang out. We come over here to hang out because my rabbit trails, my friends, they are worth it. You're never gonna hear that song the same, are you, Chris? Are you, Chris? You're gonna hear Barbie Girl and you're gonna start praising the Lord. You're gonna be in church, they're gonna start doing We Lift Our Hands, and you're gonna be you're just gonna start laughing. And people gonna be like, oh, he's got that Kenneth Hagin laughing spirit. Be like, I wish I could explain it to you. That's so funny. Nope. Another one. Another one. I don't even know why. Why did I do that so late? Oh, this one was early. So this one. Yeah, these should start at the same time because that space, it wasn't quite ready for that yet. Oh, let's so. Dude, I don't know what I was thinking, man. Like, I was like, man, that's so. See, this is. I have been recording. I have been recording since I was 15 years old. I've almost been recording for 30 years, y'all. I've almost been recording for 30 years, and I'm still, like, not objective at myself at all. Well, so what we were doing right there, yeah, it was so funny. Me and Phil were like, I'm like, well, you could voice it as this, but you could voice it as this, and he's playing left-handed and upside down. He's like, just tell me, just sing me what you want. Just tell me, sing me. And then after we completed all the guitar parts, he's like, yeah, then that keyboard behind you is on. So I could have sat down and just turned the keyboard and been like, there it is. Yeah, if y'all don't know about This Song Stinks, does he have any new episodes, Phil? I haven't watched those in forever. It's been a minute. Yeah, 100%. 16 different ways to cut up the cord. Man, that ain't jive. That is all the way live. And that's pretty dialed in, man. I mean, that's not even mixed, but that's starting to really snap into place. Downey. Phil von Cannon. Let's see, Phil. $73. And only, let's see, 1, 2, only 3 tracks are off. I wish I should have transferred the MIDI for this. Yes. Yeah. Because I've got such a better let me see if I can this just needs some life. It needs some life, it needs some cojones, man. Ain't got no cojones. Let's see, where's that there's a whole series. Yeah, I think I want driver and possibly pressure. Let's see. Pressure. hear that? This. Just needed more of that. There's so much candy sprinkled through this whole track. It's not even funny, man. Okay, so two things. One, let's bounce this organ. Let's bounce this down. Yeah, that rose. It's so good. Let's bounce this down. And love non-live rendering. All right. Orange. Let's see how this goes with the guitar. Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, it has that Korg M1. Phil, it's got that Korg M1 90s dance. You know, everybody dance now. Yeah, there's candy everywhere here. So the last thing I'm trying to get to speak, just get in there. It's going to be hard to pick out. Is this is from the original Carmen track. So Caps, this is for you, bro. This is for you and me. Remember? I'm gonna put that over here. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'll see if that'll speak with everything going. So you know what? Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to change this because this doesn't need to happen there. That's no need for that. And this is stepping on the other horns. Right here. That's what it should be. Right there. Out. And out here for the solo. And this will not happen. This will be out. This is all going to be muted. I basically left this in so that when people download the track in on Loop Community, if they want to keep on singing, they'll have the horns. So it actually will. It's going to hit like this. It's gonna be so that way it's not stepping over the solos. And if I need to add a little bit of it in, I can. So better to have it and not need it. I haven't started chopping it up yet, Phil, but dude, yeah. Actually, I like a lot of what you did here, and I love nearly this entire track. Nearly that entire track is just gold. What I haven't done is I haven't gone through all of this yet to kind of piece and put what I want in. And I'm debating whether I want to listen to you first or cut my stuff in the front part of the song. Because if I listen to you, I might be like, I don't need to put any saxophone on this. And it's like, well, yeah. Yeah, let's listen to this one more time. Dude, Phil, let me tell you, that is one of my favorite things that you do is adding little lead licks into the rhythm parts. Oh, right. I love that, man. I'm probably going to put that in at least one more place. Temple of Doom. The Temple of Doom. Boogada Doom. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. That's so good. So, you know, originally I had disco string drops in here. But it got too much. It got to be too much, even though I love disco drum strings. Dang it, now I want to see what it would sound like. Darn it. Well, you know, we never know. We might get to play with who's still, you know, here's the thing, Chris. We have eternity. They love the Lord. If they love the Lord and they know the Lord, we're going to play with them brothers in the other side. So buckle up, Buttercup. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're going to get to play with the one and the birdie say. Where in the world are my disco strings? Oh, man, disco strings, yeah. Cat loves food. Okay. Reason. I have that in my reason stuff. Reason would be here? Sample drive. Does Gabe know where he kept his reason files? Program files? It's propeller head. Propeller head. Where is propeller head? You know, I do have reason here somewhere. This thing is so ancient, yo. I don't remember how this works, to be honest with you. Holy cow. This is amazing. I have not used this, and I cannot tell you how long. Oh, boy. Let's see if I can find out where in the world this is. Okay. But where is this is the question. That's what I'm looking for right there. Yeah, right? I mean, literally, I think I opened this a year or two ago, and I have no idea. Reason folder. Okay. I will survive. Maybe that's it. Lord, I run to you. Mini string, simp strings. Surely I would have labeled it string falls or disco strings. Don't stop strings. Yeah, it should be don't stop strings. Woof, opened up a whole other thing. Let's see. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to get this to work. Options. Right? This is so old. Let's see how old this is. 2010. Yo, this is a 13-year-old version of Reason. I can't even advanced MIDI. Yeah, MIDI input. No MIDI input. It may not share the you had to see this version, this old version you had to rewire. How about that? How about auto detect? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already did, but I'm going to do it one more time just in case. Dude, this just about is a plugin. Here, just add a. Wow, yeah, it's not. I don't even know if it's gonna find the. Here we go. Yeah, because this other thing is open. And I can't remember. Yeah, I think you have to use rewire, and it's. Let me see if there's just a way. No. See, this old version of Reason, you had to use rewire to connect, and they got rid of that way. You know what? I'm curious. Let me just open. I know I have a newer version of it. I think I did a trial basis, though. Yeah, just log in. Oh yeah, demo mode. Yeah, I think demo mode, it gives you like 15 or 30 minutes. I'm just, it's funny? Watch, I'm going to jump through all these hoops, do the disco strings, and I'm going to be like, yeah, no, I don't need it. I'm going to jump through all of these hoops and be like, it's like that scene in the 40-year-old version. It's like, yeah, after, I made all the the chicken salad. I did all this stuff, and then I wasn't even hungry after I finished. I just spent all that time. Now it's scanning all the plugins. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. We lift our hands in the sanctuary. Dude, that took me all the way out. You have no idea how far out that took me. That was just some other kind of level. Oh, of course, our Arturia wants to update something for a plugin that I was like, oh man, that's really cool, and I just forget to use it, because this is the problem when you get all these libraries and all these plugins. There's no way to know what you have. It gets to be so much. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. What you working on, Phil? You getting back into the studio, or you going to bed at a decent hour? Oh, did it finish? Did you finish? Nope. It's getting there. I just want to try the string. Come on. Now scan for the chord Kronos that ain't there. Scanning for the chord Kronos that ain't there. Y'all give Phil some love. Give Phil Hall some big love on that fantastic guitar playing. Oh boy. Yeah, it's time for me to go to bed. Oh, what you doing? What gig are you playing in Nashville? You doing a are you doing a Schweiss gig? Are you playing with another artist? Or are you doing the thing with you doing something with Senora Patti? Gonna go minister Gloria a Dios. Yeah, man. Downey, Phil, Corey Gaston, Dr. Corey Gaston now, Charlie Fisher. We just got to get Michael Murphy for the trumpet one on there, and get oh, nice. You're filling it with nice. Sweet deal. Cool stuff, bro. Take some little videos, man. Put it on the TikTok and send it to me so I can see it. Holy cow. I still have those ultra funk plugins in there. I need to get rid of that nonsense. Holy cow. It's been this long since I've opened this software. You know what's funny? It's going to do all of this, and then it's going to open the software and be like, oh, no, your time ran out. 18 tunes, yeah, and those tunes, I mean, like, those are like what, 10 minutes a piece? Those. When was the last time you guys played a Fish show? I was talking to my agent, for Empire about Toto. I was like, dude, what's up with the? I mean, I haven't been breaking my neck to go out there and do Toto shows, but I was like, man, it'd be nice. We haven't done one this year. He's like, I've been pitching it. He hasn't been pitching it hard, but he's like, I've been pitching it. Just, folks aren't biting. I was like, well, I guess they need somebody in the band, somebody else to die before. Oh my goodness, let's, this band is awesome. So I did see that there's another Stevie Wonder tribute that popped up in Australia. So I don't know what they sound like. I haven't heard them, but their pictures look good. Wow. So the benefit, and that was last year, wasn't it? Wasn't that last year? Was it the fall, or was it? When was that, Phil? Was it November or October? And you got Curtis to come back and play drums on that, right? You guys sounded amazing, man. I wish that room sounded better. It's just so small, you get live drums in there, and it's just a small room. Yeah, it's a small room, man. I'm sorry to kill the momentum here, y'all. I don't know why it's having to scan all these plugins to just be a rewire device. What's funny is I probably could have opened it here. Let me see if it's even an option in the session. See, this is the... Yeah, there it is. So I got to open it first. Yeah, that's the funny. So, like, it's a... Oh, yeah, the prog. That was in February, I think. January or February. I hate I wasn't able to do that, man. But yeah, I had to leave. I left straight from choir rehearsal to Nashville because I had a show that you know didn't do very well. They put us. Yeah, we did. I did this TV show at in the City Winery, and the money just. I mean, I told you that's why I didn't. I just told you I was like, dude, don't worry about that one because like there's no money in it. And I was good because I went to go spend time with my family, and do the live stream with the Goslings. But man, they always put us there on like the worst nights. They're like, oh, let's come on Sunday night and go on a Wednesday night. And I'm like, dude, Friday or Saturday, you got to give us like a good night, you know? I mean, I don't think they had less than 50 people, but it was a Thursday night. You know, what do you expect? So I guess they were looking to fill their schedule, and I don't like it because when I go to Atlanta, we always sell it out. Thanks, brother. Love you, man. Sorry to bore all you to tears. Anybody got a good story? Well, I could tell you guys that so by faith is we have paid off the physical structure of the building. So man, it has been a little while since I got to go back to plugging this. So if you guys want to sew into By Faith, Phil, if you hadn't left yet, we paid off the building. Is the structure was paid off. The payment went through yesterday. So now we can move forward. It is time. It is time. Yeah, it's not a bad sounding room. I like the room in Atlanta better. You know what they might have done, Jonathan, when they mic'd him? We actually went in there, and Phil was there. As funny actually, if he didn't leave yet, they tried to put they put a condenser mic, like a bluegrass condenser mic on the kick, and it sounded great, but it picked up everything that's on the stage, and he was like, we can't use that. Like, that's gonna kill the room. It's gonna it's gonna be bad for the ears, bad for the room. It sounds great on the kick when the kick's by itself, but it sounded horrible. You know, it's gonna be great when everything's going. Actually ended up being a point of contention amongst the band because the drummer was like, you know, that sounds great, man. Leave it alone. It's like, bro, this is more about what you can hear in your ears sounding good. But yeah, they might have had an engineer that wasn't, you know, all their guys are competent, but sometimes people just get too creative, and it's like, bro, you don't have to use all these things because they're there. You know, just because you got this microphone in there don't mean you have to use it. So if you got a bluegrass group in there, the funny thing is that mic that he used on the kick probably would have been really good for what Shell was doing. I really want to meet those girls now. After reading that story, Jonathan, I really want to meet them. Like, I went into a whole little world, man. Like the never-ending story. He was with you there when you went into the woods with your family. He was with you when you were hunting and nobody would poop in the woods. He was with you when you were driving through the mountains to play the Red Rocks. He was there the whole time, right there. What do I have to do? Call my name. He's already chosen it out. Exactly, Chris. Just because there's a button, just because there's a plugin, doesn't mean you have to use it. That sucks, man. You know what? Instagram. You can always go on the Instagram and drop a comment, man. Always just go on the post and drop a comment. Yeah, bands are hard to keep together. Bands are really hard. Trust me, I've tried with multiple. I love bands, but man, you got to manage personalities, man. But yeah, honestly, man, because sometimes, like, when you do like a Facebook message, like, dude, somebody will message me on Facebook, and there's a spam folder. So if even if that person's my friend, if I haven't talked to them in months, it'll put it in there, and like I'll go and like, oh my gosh, somebody messaged me a year ago, and I didn't see it, and then you're embarrassed. So then you don't message back because you're embarrassed that it's been a year since since that person messaged you. Um, so yeah, the comments, man. Just hop in the comments, and if stuff goes from there. Because I know you're sweet on one of those sisters that I think is still single. So might be some opportunities there, brother. Might be some opportunities there. Gotta, sometimes we just wookin' panub in all the wrong places. Wookin' panub. This is taking forever. Dude, this is getting sadder than stinking Artax sinking into the swamps of sadness. Boo, doo, 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 doo. Do you guys think I should like drop some saxophone on that and just release it? Make a YouTube video. I need to get on my cover. So here's the deal, guys. Since we're just hanging out waiting for these plugins to scroll through. The stuff that is most viewed on my channel is the cover stuff, and the problem is the cover stuff is still, even with all the live streams I'm doing, it's just not enough people watching to get it monetized. I don't know why. Facebook or YouTube don't like this channel, but they just don't want to monetize it. But like that Cobra Kai thing, I think has been my top watch thing for 6 months or longer. And this actually jumped up recently. The Cowboy Bebop Call Me, and this other Cowboy Bebop one has kind of always been in the top 10 for a little while. And then my review videos. So what do you think I should cover? I mean, obviously I'm dropping these praise and worship things, but I was thinking about just, I don't know if anybody in here watches anime. You guys might think it's, dumb, but I was thinking about there's a song from Cowboy Bebop called Is It Real? But I was also kind of thinking of some other covers. But what would you guys? Is there something you guys would like being like? Man, I think it'd be dope if Gabe covered this song. So, what do you guys think? I've got a wicked arrangement of. So I was thinking about. I have a 60-70% wave through for a track for the Darkwing Duck soundtrack because I specifically bought a Darkwing Duck T-shirt to do a cover video and just never got around to it because I'm busy doing a zillion other things. This is I have like probably 50 unfinished stuff. I have DuckTales. I have stuff from the Neverending Story. I have the ending theme of Dune written by Toto, Take My Hand. I should probably release that one before Dune Part 2 comes out from the new Dune movies. So what do you guys think? What do you guys want to hear me cover? I'm also thought about doing I want to do a combination of the Cobra Kai theme with You're the Best. And also throw in the Moment of Truth. Because the Moment of Truth chorus, like the A side, is super cool, but the chorus is horrible. Oh, yep, I owe that. I owe that to Rod. Rod, I owe you that. I owe you the logical song. I owe you the logical song saxophone solo. And dude, what's up, Rod? I actually thought you came in the comments on the last live stream I did for Soul Vitamins. I got really excited and completely derailed my train of thought, and then I looked and it wasn't you. Oh, he's a great God, or righteous King, ruler. Actually, which one I want to do, caps my next Carmen song that I want to do. So I actually have I completely remade his track for This Blood. It's done. And I mean, I redid everything except for I did some choral voices. Actually, it's funny. Evangeline sang on it when she was like 2 or 3 years old. She was a tiny baby. When this finishes loading, I'll play you a little bit of that. But you know what Carmen one I'd love to do is God's Got an Army. because I interviewed Tom Hemby, who played that. He played on that recording, and I'd love to get him to, do his thing on it. So, oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening. No, false alarm. Wait, are you going to open? Are you going to open? Are you going to close as soon as you open? Because, demo mode is done. Oh, wow. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to connect this. It has been way too long since I've done this, y'all. Y'all forgive me for a second. I'm not going to be looking at your comments for oh my gosh, is it going to really for real going to open another instance of this thing? It's going to open it up. Demo mode. Come on. Oh. Violins. Bingo. Wow. That took forever. There it is, y'all. Okay. Let's make sure this is the right one. Yeah. What do you think? What do you guys think? Of course I rushed that one. Bow. So y'all dig it? I think I might have just been trying to do too much with it before. All right, so that's a yes from Downey. Caps, what do you think? We got Caps, we got Jonathan. What do you guys think? Rod, do you have an opinion on disco fall strings? So what we do is we just do that tiddly-doo, zabba-da-dooba, ba-dee-ba-doo-ba-dee, and then we used it all within demo mode before demo mode expired. And then we just add some delay-to-miss. We have some reverberous. And actually, that delay will not work. That's not a delay that. So let's go back to good old Dream Verb. Yes. That's exactly it, Rod. I let me tell you, when we all get to heaven, all Gabe will play for Jesus is disco. I will play disco for a solid 100 years. And then I'm going to hang out with Bach and do that for a century. And then I'll, mosey around with some African music and some Irish music, and then of course I'll go back to Jazzland. But yeah, it's gonna be disco. Like I'm gonna just play I'm gonna be doing Chuck Mangione with disco fall strings and brass for Jesus for a solid 100 years. I'm gonna write a song that we just play. Like we play for a century. Now you imagine that we're gonna be no longer confined by, well, you can't physically play a song for that long. Oh, it's eternity. It's eternity. You can write a song that's 30 minutes long or an hour. This song is an hour. This is one piece. It's a continuous piece of music. Break your brain, son. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's put this up here with the strings. Up there with the strings. We can just delete that. That's nothing in there. It's nothing that needs to be kept. It's brown. It's brown. It's green. It's apple drink. STR Falls. And we want to label that. Yep, I gotta have the disco strings. I love it. There we go. Starting to almost put it out of phase. And then we've got the stereo. Everybody minimize. And stereo is the bingo. There we go. Just this plain old. Yeah. Yeah, we need to overdrive it. I've got chorus. I've got. Okay, here we go. The 70s was the best. Well, 70s was one of the best, man. 70s was one of the best eras for music. To me, popular music in many ways peaked in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It really hit. I mean, like there was so much diversity in the zeitgeist of what everybody was listening to, because it wasn't just, the 80s started it, but in the 90s, we would just all listen to everything. In the 70s, you were still kind of in like, country folk listen to country music and black folk listen to black music, and some people listened to a little bit of, like some other stuff, but there was still a lot of separation. But, yeah, musically speaking, man, we peaked in the 90s as far as popular music, and now it's just garbage. Much love, Jay. Much love, Rod. What are you talking about? You talking about the reverb caps? I think the fake ones do, and the live horns definitely have reverb. It's not so much in the faux horns. It's a little bit this. But I guess I could put a little bit more in there. There we go. solos. Hold up, I gotta add. Solos. Yeah, I'm trying to find another place to put it, Downey, because like it's so good. So good. There we go. Man, that is some good stuff. Okay. We just need the lead trumpet. I'm going to get in here tomorrow. I'll bounce this down for brother Michael Murphy, who's going to play the lead trumpet. Let's get a folder for the guitars. Guitars. Gits. Put all those up. So, Chris, Brother Caps. Let's get let's do a little bonus round for you. Let's open up this session for this blood. Boom, boom, ba ba boom. Oh yeah, this needs to be in a folder. I really should have done. I meant to do a cover for that for Passover this past year. I have some ideas. Let's make TalkBox. What's a cool color for TalkBox? That'll work. There we go. Now we don't have to go around. Okay. Let's open up that session real quick. What do you guys think? Is sounding nice? I think that's going to be really really good thing right there. Praise the Lord. All glory, honor, and power to the King. Let's go to church tracks, and it should be This Blood. Should be right here. No, not Oh the Blood. There it is, This Blood. Let's go to bingo. Caps, are you ready? Yeah, I don't know. You know, I have that. I have the As the Deer. I have the Leon Patillo. I actually really do have enough for an EP. What would I call it? Back to Church? Ode to Church? Old church? Back in the day in church? Yeah, this won't take super long, but yeah, it's got quite a bit of orchestral sounds that I have to load. Even though I thought I bounced everything down to audio, so I think that's just because I still have everything loaded in the session. All right, you ready, Caps? Here you go. Oh, hold up. We're doing that again. I'm just going to go ahead and open up the lyrics and turn on some reverb on my microphone. So, check. Can you guys hear the reverb? Is the reverb coming through? Let's see if the reverb's coming through. Tell me if the reverb's coming through, boys. Yep, sounds like it is. Okay, here we go.
Violently they grabbed his arms as they tightly strapped each wrist. With the hellish looks that a strong-armed soldier whip clenched in his fist. Laced with chips of bone that beat him hard from his shoulders to his feet. And it sliced right through his olive skin, just like razors through a sheet. Countless times the blood splattered as each inhuman lash was given. Several times his knees gave way as his flesh just hung like ribbons. Then surprisingly he turned his head, though the words he used were few. The soldier's face turned pale when he said, "This blood is for you." Uncaringly they tossed a garment across his weakened form, and his blood pressure fell deathly low as the crowds began to swarm. They forced him to carry his cross uphill as his face they punched and smacked with the splinters from the crisscrossed beam dug deep into his back. Through lack of sleep and dehydration, his tongue began to swell. And weakened by his loss of blood, this prophet teacher fell. And weakened by his loss of blood, this blood side of the man on Simon's shoe. And as he bent to wipe it off, the prophet looked and said, "Simon, this blood is for you." This blood can save the soul, heal the sick and the heart. This blood can give you access to the very throne of God, and it still can go the distance through the pains of where you are. This blood is for you, the blood of the Lamb. they pounded a spike through the bones in his wrist, bursting arteries and veins. And they dropped the cross in the hole they dug, his body convulsed with pain. Through an agony and torment that never a soul shall find, he tilts his face towards heaven with full control of his mind. With more love than any human heard before that time or since, he made a statement that to this day makes the strongest skeptic wince. He cried, "Father God, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And as he gave his life for those lost in sin, he was saying, "This blood is for you."
Oh, this blood can save the soul, heal the sick, mend the heart. This blood can give you access to the very throne of God, and it still can go the distance through the pain to where you are. This blood is for you. If you're lost and alone, your mind is confused, this blood is for you. If you feel like you've been hurt and abused, this blood is for you. The atoning, cleansing blood of the Lamb. This blood can save the soul, heal the sick, mend the heart. This blood can give you access to the very throne of God, and it still can go the distance to the pain to where you are. This blood is for you. The blood of the Lamb. This blood is for you. The blood of
I hope I didn't wake up my family singing that. I was trying to hold back, but you can't just hold back on that song. Wow. Y'all, I'm going to do something that I just rarely do. I'm just going to pat myself on the back a little bit because that track is right. It's right. I mean, it doesn't have the full, as big as choir as his track had, but man, Downey, right? I mean, I should, right? I mean, I basically just covered it. I need to. So I have some ideas. I'm gonna do. There's something I've been wanting to try, some tech stuff. Green screen. We got all sorts of stuff. So I think I'm gonna do something a little crazy. But yeah, that song is. It is hard for me to perform that song, even here, just for you guys. It's hard for me to do that song without busting into tears. I mean. At that part every time, it's funny when you listen to it, you're like, oh man, it's, sometimes it comes across as powerful, sometimes it can come across as a little cheesy of the, Father God, forgive them. But when you think of what he was going through to say that, man, yeah, that song gets me. I bought Revival in the Land for 2 songs. I bought we had it on cassette, but I bought it again, I don't know, like 15, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years after it came out, or 20 plus years after it came out. I got it for 2 songs, really. I got it for Witch's Invitation and This Blood. Now, Revival in the Land is dope, but it's mostly the skit between the demon and Satan. The revival is coming to. That part's not as epic as the whole thing with the devil gloating over his stats, and then the hell being shaken by the prayers of the saints. And the song that he did with Carlton Pearson, May He Get Right with the Lord. Come on, give us a shout of victory. Overcomers and conquerors are we. Let's stop this period of worry and doubt or lose us tonight, because there's high time to break out. Hallelujah. Whatever that song is called is so good. I have to look it up now. Revival. There it is. I got the joy. So that album has, listen, God's Got an Army, I've Got the Joy, Witch's Invitation, This Blood, Revival in the Land. I mean, dude, it's got some heavy hitters. What about a Carmen tribute, you know? Oh, 100%, Nick. 100%. I mean, he was anointed, number one, to do what he did. Okay? So, ain't going to be another Carmen. I'd love to continue. I think, if the Lord would give me the grace, or maybe it's just my lack of faith, I need to step out and do it. I would love to be the Elisha to, Carmen's Elijah, because like he did some great, it's like he did amazing stuff. The crazy thing is, Elijah did this. We all know the Mount Carmel showdown, but it's like Elisha did twice the amount of miracles that Elijah did, but we still consider Elijah the greater prophet. So I'm like, okay, Lord, let me be the Elisha to Carmen's Elijah, and let me do twice as much, but people will always see him as the OG, because I don't care about the accolades. But I'd love to write some songs. And yeah, man, maybe so, Chris. Maybe I'll do, God's Got an Army, because I have the coming to this house. I have This Blood already done. I don't know. I want to redo Witch's Invitation. I just don't know if I can. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I don't know how I could make it better, except by like maybe adding Ghostbusters in there. Or actually it would be what I would add? Where I would add it? He said, then the room will go dark and the flames will come out of the floor. And I'd go, maybe we'll do that next, boys. Maybe you guys can help me. Maybe we'll take some great horror theme music. I tell you, Nick, I'm glad Nick's here. Nick, what I was thinking? I was actually thinking about doing my own theme to Nefarious, because that film had some good music, but I didn't feel like the motif, the theme, really. I've talked to Jonathan about this film. Have you ever seen The Ninth Gate? Y'all let me know if you've ever seen The Ninth Gate. That theme is Azazel, or Lucifer, the devil, Sahasatan, the serpent. That theme is so beautiful and tragic and sad and evil at the same time. I mean, a piece of music that can be beautiful and insipid. I mean, it's all those things simultaneously. Starts off with a harpsichord and a soprano and a contra soprano. It is, haunting. Oh, Nick, I'll send you the main titles. No, it's not the main titles. It's the end titles. It's jarring how beautiful and horrific it is at the same time, and it's the horror. I'm telling you, as much as the Lord anoints us, he gives his gifts without remittance, and Satan, because that was a Polanski film, and we all know what Polanski was into. Polanski's a dirty, dirty, dirty human being, and whoever he got that guy to do that music was anointed by the other side to make that music. I'm telling you, it will grip you like King Kong, if a King Kong-sized iron vise rolled up in cotton. It's like, oh, that's so soft. Oh my gosh, you're crushing me to death. It's incredible. So I said to myself, I watched Nefarious again last week, driving home from a gig I did Saturday, and I said, I need to write a theme, my own theme for this thing, and kind of put in scenes from the movie. So, because I thought it'd be a good way to promote the movie and get people to watch it, because a lot of people still haven't seen it. And it's criminal that has a plus 18 rating. Criminal that movie has a plus 18 with not one single curse word, without any kind of violence. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but I digress, because I've talked about that at length. It is it's Luciferian. It is Luciferian, Caps. I mean, in all seriousness, it completely is that theme. So yeah, I thought about it. I was like, man, I want to do my own thing for Nefarious. So Carmen tribute. I dig it, Downey. Carmen tribute. I've already got this blood's done. Coming to This House is almost done. I want to do a banging. I want to take God's Got an Army, because I believe that's a message we need to preach again. Because he does have an army. Not, we need to get the army. He's got an army. Not afraid to fight. And especially for men of God, I believe it's a war cry. That is the war horn to tell the men it's time to get up off your butts and get back into fight. So, yeah, I think those are the ones I would cover. I would do God's Got an Army, Coming to This House, This Blood, and then, of course, maybe a killer version of Witch's Invitation, which would be interesting. If I could combine my Nefarious theme with with some of the music and themes from The Ninth Gate and Ghostbusters. You gotta have Ghostbusters in there. It's gotta be in there. So, yeah, y'all do me a favor. Pray for me. I've got a lot ahead of me to get By Faith music done. In fact, I want to show you guys something. I haven't shown this to anybody. And since there's only 4 of you here, and the chances of 10 million people seeing this, well, shoot, if everybody sees it, who cares? I want to show you guys the artwork that I had made. This is the new logo for By Faith. Come on, open up. Wow, I'm waiting for them because I'm not sure which one is the rainbow. Yeah, that's what the background. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it doesn't show it with the maybe it'll show it this way with the white in the background. There you go. So that is the logo for By Faith Music. I've had the web address, the domain purchased for months. So I've got a lot ahead of me with a very busy touring schedule. I'm touring this weekend, next week. I've got a lot of shows. I've got a lot of work with the Soul Vitamins podcast, working my job, trying to keep these bills paid for my family, and going to get this first phase of By Faith done. So I seek your prayers and encouragement. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. Derp. I forgot I changed views. 1 second. 1 second. I can pull it up quick because I just had it open, so I can just go to quick access. Quick access. Here we go. Sorry about it. Here you go. Hopefully that shows it now. Yeah, that should. So if the Lord leads you, if you can throw a few bucks to I know Caps is already a patron, and I think Jonathan's a patron, and I'm basically turning around and giving I'm supporting the Gosses, and the Gosses are supporting me. So that's what brothers do. We support each other. But encouragement, guys, and if there's musicians that you know of that you hear them saying, some of the same stuff that I've been saying, tell them about what I'm doing. Tell them about what I'm doing for the kingdom, because this is not for me. That's why you don't see Gabriel Bello name anywhere in that. It is by faith. I'm like Lester Summerall, man. I want to be a man of faith. I want people to say about me, if I was gone tomorrow, went on to meet the Lord, be like, man, Gabe had a faith. I want to have the faith like Gabe. And I want to have the faith of those in the hall of faith, the faith of Abraham, the faith of David, to go up there and stand before a giant. I want to have the faith of Elijah. I want to have the faith of the centurion that says, Lord, you don't need to come to my house. You can do it right there because I know you're a man of authority. I understand, I want to have that faith. So, and I was having a conversation with a violinist in Cleveland, Tennessee, that's teaching. She's trying to teach the next generation of string players for Jesus. So she was seeking my advice on improvisation, how to teach improvisation. So when I was sharing with her, some techniques and ways to learn to practice and how to do that, and I was telling her about the studio, and I want to teach musicians to read. I want them to we've got work to do, y'all. God's got an army, and Jesus is coming back. Time's running out. So just keep me in your prayers, guys. And when the Lord, when the Lord puts you on my heart, just send me a message. Be like, hey man, I was praying for you, praying for by faith. It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done quick. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Downey, thanks for laying down the funk on that track, and I cannot wait to get the studio done so we can get more done. So that is it. Yeah, good. Jesus loves you. So do I. Have a good night, boys. I love you. And I will see you, Lord willing, very soon. Peace.